Hello everyone, welcome back. This one is the third and the concluding video related to the 12th chapter of history from Integrated Social Science Ratnasagar Class 6 Culture and Science in the Ancient Period. In the last two videos, we have discussed that India has a rich and varied culture, and every dynasty that ruled India added something to her heritage. We discussed about the literature and the art and architecture in the ancient period. In this particular video, we will be dealing with the developments that happened in the field of science, basically the progress made in the field of medicine and astronomy. One of the oldest civilizations in the world, the Indian civilization, has a strong tradition of science and technology. Ancient India was a land of sages and seers, as well as a land of scholars and scientists. Research has shown that from making the best steel in the world to teaching the world to count, India was actively contributing to the field of science and technology centuries long before modern laboratories were set up. Many theories and techniques discovered by the ancient Indians have created and strengthened the fundamentals of modern science and technology. While some of these groundbreaking contributions have been acknowledged, some are still unknown to the most. By the 3rd century BC, mathematics, astronomy, and medicine began to develop separately in ancient India. The ancient Indian physicians studied anatomy, they devised methods to diagnose diseases and prescribed medicines for the cure. And the earliest mention of medicines is in the Atharva Veda. In the post Maurya times, India produced famous scholars of the Ayurveda such as Sushruta, Charak, and Dhanvantari. And the knowledge of medicine improved largely due to the efforts of Charak and Sushruta. Charak wrote the Charak Samhita. Sushruta was a specialist in cosmetic surgery, while Dhanvantari was a general physician and he was famous for the knowledge of Ayurveda. Medicine, botany, and chemistry were dealt with by Charak and Sushruta. The Charak Samhita, written by Charak in the 2nd century AD, it is like an encyclopedia of Indian medicine. It describes various types of fever, leprosy, hysteria, and tuberculosis. His book contains the names of a large number of plants and herbs which were to be used as medicine. The book is thus useful not only for study of Indian medicine but also for that of ancient Indian flora and chemistry. If we talk about Sushruta, Sushruta composed Sushruta Samhita around 600 CE. He has mentioned surgical procedures in detail in this work. In the Sushruta Samhita, Sushruta describes the method of operating cataract, stone disease, and several other ailments. He mentions as many as 121 implements to be used for operations. In the treatment of disease, he lays special emphasis on diet and cleanliness. He himself performed thousands of operations, particularly the reconstruction of the nose. Talking about Dhanvantri, Dhanvantri was the general physician and he was famous for the knowledge of Ayurveda. Not only medicine, the science of astronomy was also highly advanced. Romaka Siddhanta is an important work on astronomy. It is a book on astronomy which was somehow compiled in the Gupta period. The Indian number system with a base of 10, which is present numeral system, evolved from the scholars of this era. The book on astronomy, Romaka Siddhanta, was influenced by Greek ideas as can be inferred from its name. Aryabhatta and Varamihira were well-known mathematicians and astronomers. Aryabhatta belonged to the 5th century. Aryabhatta calculated positions of the planets according to the Babylonian method. Aryabhatta, the great Indian mathematician and astronomer, wrote Surya Siddhant and Aryabhattiyam. The book Aryabhattiyam was written in Sanskrit. Aryabhatta is believed to have conceptualized zero. He also gave the value of pi. He postulated that the earth is not flat and it rotated around its own axis, and also that it revolved around the sun. He also gave the distance between the earth and the sun, which is remarkably close to the actual value. He wrote on geometry, astronomy, mathematics, and trigonometry. The circumference of Earth, which he measured on the basis of speculation, is considered to be correct even now. He also discovered the cause of lunar and solar eclipses. He pointed out that the sun is stationary and the earth rotates. Not only this, Aryabhatta formulated the rule for finding the area of triangle, which led to the origin of trigonometry, and Surya Siddhant being the most famous work of his, its like of which is not found in the contemporary ancient East as well. Talking about Varamihira, Varamihira was also one of the greatest mathematician and astronomer who belonged to the 6th century. Varamihira composed Panch Siddhantika, the five astronomical systems. He has also a great authority on astrology. His work, Brihad Samhita, is a great work in Sanskrit which belongs to the 6th century AD. Varamihira stated that the moon rotates around the earth and the earth rotates round the sun. He utilized several Greek works to explain the movement of planets and some other astronomical problems. His work Brihad Samhita is a great work in Sanskrit literature which deals with variety of subjects like astronomy, astrology, architecture, weather, animals, marriage, and in the field of medicine. Not only this, little needs to be written about the mathematical digit zero, one of the most important inventions of all time. Mathematician Aryabhatta was the first person to create a symbol for zero, and it was through his efforts that mathematical operations like addition and subtraction started using the digit zero. The concept of zero and its integration into the place value system also enabled one to write numbers no matter how large by using only 10 symbols. Zero was discovered by the Indians in about 2nd century BC, and from the very beginning the Indian mathematicians considered zero as a separate numeral, and it was used in this sense in sums of arithmetic. In Arabia, the earliest use of zero appears in CE 873, the Arabs learned and adopted it from India and spread it in Europe. Not only this, the iron pillar in Mehrauli in Delhi is a marvelous creation of this period. The Gupta craftsmen distinguished themselves by their work in iron and bronze too. In the case of iron objects, the best example is the iron pillar found at Delhi near Mehrauli. It was manufactured in 4th century CE. The pillar has not gathered any rust in the subsequent 15 centuries, which is a great tribute to the technological skill of craftsmen. It was constructed over 1600 years ago during the reign of the Guptas, basically the Gupta ruler Chandragupta II. And this 7.2-meter high and 6.5 tons iron pillar is a testimony to the metallurgical skills of Indians of the time. The iron pillar is also known as the rustless wonder because despite being exposed to the sun for all these centuries, it has not rusted. With this, I call it a day. Let us recapitulate what we have learned so far. We have learned that all branches of science progressed during the ancient period, whether it was the medicine, the mathematics, or astronomy. Charak and Sushruta were experts in medicine. Aryabhat and Varamihira were famous mathematicians and astronomers, and the iron pillar is a masterpiece. With this, I call it a day. We'll be meeting once again with a very new chapter of geography. Till then, have a nice day. Do read the topics first from the books and then watch the video. Thank you and have a nice day.